Life never really warns you before it decides to turn itself upside down. Sometimes it comes as a slap, sometimes as a soft plea like the words, "I'll never forget. Please give me your leftovers, sir. My mama is very sick." I swear, that little girl's voice cracked something open in me. And what happened after that? Well, it changed all our lives forever. Yeah, that really happened right there in the middle of Pomona on a warm afternoon with the sun painting the sky gold and the air so sweet you could almost forget the city's rush. I hope you're buckled in, because this isn't just a love story, it's about second chances, the messiness of being human, and how sometimes just showing up can save a life, maybe even your own. It was just past 5, whole avenue humming outside Del Mar Bistro, this fancy restaurant where business folks like to show off. I used to go there all the time, always alone, always at the same table in the back, just me and my memories. The place smelled like old money wine, lobster, polished wood. I sat there in a suit I didn't even care about anymore, no tie, collar open, sleeves rolled up like I was bracing for something. The world thought I was someone James Palmer, tech guy, visionary, all that noise, but inside I was just tired trying to keep it all together since losing my mother as a kid. Truth is, my heart was more locked up than my office. That's when Kelly walked in. She was just 5, a wild mess of blonde hair and scuffed feet, wearing a pink dress that had seen better days. She'd been watching me from outside, pressed up against the glass, and finally pushed through the heavy door like she'd crossed an ocean. She walked straight up to my table, so small she barely cleared the linen. "Sir, can I take the rest of your food to my mother? She's sick and hungry." The room went silent, everyone pretending not to notice. But I saw her really saw her. In that moment, I was 10 again, remembering my own mother's stories of begging bread for her siblings. The pain in her eyes, the pride she somehow kept, yeah, it all came back. You know what I mean? I asked her name, just to keep from crying. "Kelly," she said, eyes on her toes. "My mom's at home. She can't get up." The waiter tried to step in, but I waved him off, told him to box up 2 dinners, just like mine. Then I did something even I didn't expect. I asked Kelly to take me home with her. She nodded, trusting me, and we set out, food in hand, into the city's shadows. Her house was a crumbling blue shack behind a sagging fence, the kind you cross your fingers and hope no one notices. Inside, the air was thick with sickness, old medicine, and fear. On the couch, her mother, Rose, maybe 30, but worn down by years. Most people never see a burning up with fever, shivering under a blanket that barely covered her. Kelly dropped the food and rushed to her, calling, "Mommy, I'm home." I'd never seen anyone look so close to the edge. I called Hazel, my only real friend from college, now a doctor. She came right away, no questions, just saw what needed doing. Hazel worked on rose-cool towels, medicine, steady hands, and little by little, color came back to Rose's cheeks. When Hazel finally looked up, she told me she'll be okay, but she needs rest, care, food, and someone who gives a damn. I nodded. I wasn't going anywhere. The next day, things changed. I got a heater installed, hired Ellen, a caretaker, stocked the fridge, brought new clothes for Kelly, even a teddy bear. I didn't ask permission, I just did it. And, I thought that would be the end, just a good deed to keep the universe balanced. But that's not how life works. That night at home, denies me, wife waited on the couch, all sharp edges and perfume. "So, you're a hero now?" she said, arms folded, lips tight. I told her what happened. She smiled sweet, but her eyes, well, there's cold. And then there's that. She wanted to meet them, insisted on coming along the next time. And so she did, strutting into Rose's tiny house in her perfect outfit, bringing French sweets for Kelly and veiled compliments for Rose. She was polite, oh yeah, but you could feel the storm brewing. Still, I kept coming back. Saturdays, I brought storybooks for Kelly, sat with her on the floor, reading about dragons and magic. Rose always listened, quiet but smiling, sometimes joining in. At first, I thought I was helping them, but over time, I realized maybe they were saving me. Then things got complicated. I offered Rose a receptionist job at my company, Palmer Tech, wanting to give her more than charity, a real shot. She hesitated, proud, scared. But in the end, she took it. That first day, she walked into the marble lobby like it was a new world, nervous, yes, but with a spark I hadn't seen before. She was good too good. Some folks loved her, some ignored her, but she was always kind, always steady. The only one who didn't warm up? Denise. Denise started showing up at the office, dropping off lunch, dropping hints, leaving flowers, tossing out backhanded compliments like confetti. Rose never bowed, never lost her cool. My daughter already gives me flowers that last longer than perfume, she'd say with a smile. That made Denise furious. Then, boom, the twist. An anonymous letter accused Rose of stealing office supplies. Ridiculous, but it triggered a full investigation. Rose was crushed, hauled in for questioning. It was Carol, a friend from the office, who dug around and uncovered the truth. Emails, security logs, planted files all traced back to Denise. When I saw the evidence, my hands shook. I called Denise in. She tried to spin it, called Rose an opportunist, accused me of betrayal. But I was done. It's over, I said. You'll answer for this. The company apologized to Rose, promoted her, and Denise. Well, the divorce was messy, loud, public. She lost not just her grip on me, but her reputation. Palmer Tech became a better place without her shadow looming over us. Life started to soften. Rose and Noelle, we took it slow. Picnics in the park, weekends with Kelly, stories, laughter. One Sunday, Kelly blurted out, "Mommy, he should be my daddy, right?" The world stopped for a second. Rose froze. I looked at Kelly, then at Rose, and all the walls I'd built just fell. "I've been thinking about you, about us," I admitted. Our first kiss was shy, sweet, right there under the trees, with Kelly running around blowing bubbles, the world feeling impossibly new. Months rolled by. I found myself leaving work early to read to Kelly, cooking with Rose, making plans, small plans, big ones. She started leading meetings at work, shining in ways she never imagined. Her presence calmed the place, made it warmer, more human. Rumors started, but this time with respect, not gossip. We got married on a spring evening, under a sky of lavender and peach. The garden smelled like orange blossoms. Friends and family gathered, everyone crying happy tears. Even Hazel, who said, "You never stopped deserving this, you just didn't know it yet." Kelly brought me her bouquet, and Rose walked down the aisle in a simple linen dress. No frills, just pure grace. During the reception, I made an announcement Palmer Tech was launching a program for single mothers, giving them real opportunities, just like Rose. She cried, holding Kelly on her lap and my hand in hers. In that moment, all the pain, the struggle, the loneliness, it turned into hope. That's how we built our home. Not with promises, but with choices every single day. So, tell Mato you believe in second chances? Do you think people can truly change, or do we just learn to let the light in through the cracks? I'd love to know your thoughts, where you're from, how this story made you feel. If it touched your heart, leave a comment, hit like, and stick around for more stories because life, my friend, is just getting interesting.